Welcome back to your favorite channel for rare coins and collectible currency. Today, we're diving into the world of U.S. coins and exploring the 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar. Is it just another old quarter, or could it be hiding a surprising value in your pocket change? Let's find out. To understand the 1965 quarter, we have to go back in time. Before 1965, all U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver. But rising silver prices and coin hoarding caused a big problem. The U.S. Treasury couldn't keep enough coins in circulation, so in 1965, the U.S. Mint made a major change. They removed silver from quarters entirely and replaced it with a new copper-nickel clad composition. That's right, the 1965 quarter was the first clad quarter in American history. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of modern coinage. The 1965 quarter is often called the Liberty Quarter, but officially, it's a Washington quarter, featuring President George Washington on the front. Here's what to look for: George Washington's portrait facing left, with the word Liberty above. The majestic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, surrounded by olive branches. Composition ** 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight ** 5.67 grams. In 1965, the U.S. Mint produced a staggering 1.8 billion quarters. Yes, 1.8 billion, and none of them have mint marks because, during that year, mint marks were intentionally removed to discourage hoarding. Oh, you won't see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. All 1965 quarters look the same, making them extremely common in circulation even today. Now the big question: what is the circulated value of a 1965 quarter today? Well, most 1965 quarters found in pocket change or circulation are worth only face value, 25 cents, but that's not the full story. Collectors look for coins in high grades, especially those that are uncirculated or have rare errors. Here's where things get interesting. Some 1965 quarters have valuable errors that make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look out for a few quarters were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964. These are worth $3,000 to $7,000 depending on condition. Use a scale. A silver quarter will weigh about 6.25 grams, while a clad one weighs 5.67 grams. These coins show noticeable doubling on the lettering or date and can be worth $100 to $500. These minting mistakes can fetch $50 to $300 plus, depending on the severity and visibility. If you have a brilliant uncirculated 1965 quarter, especially one graded MS65 or higher, it could be worth between $5 and $50. Some pristine examples have sold for over $100 at auction, especially if they have full strike details and clean surfaces. So, the average 1965 quarter may not make you rich, but hidden gems exist. Check your change, weigh your quarters, and keep an eye out for those rare mint errors. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, the 1965 quarter is a great coin to learn from, representing a turning point in U.S. coin history. The year was 1965, a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. Just 1 year earlier, in 1964, the United States was still producing quarters, dimes, and half dollars made of 90% silver. But rising silver prices were causing panic. People were hoarding coins for their metal value, and that created a national coin shortage. To solve this crisis, the U.S. government made a bold decision: stop using silver in everyday coins. So, in 1965, the U.S. Mint introduced a brand new coin composition, one that would change American coins forever. The silver was gone. It was replaced with a durable copper-nickel clad alloy, designed to withstand heavy circulation without relying on precious metals. The 1965 quarter became the first quarter ever minted without any silver content. It marked the official start of the modern coinage era, a turning point in American numismatics. Another interesting fact? During this time, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins, including the 1965 quarter, to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on where they were made. So whether it came from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, every 1965 quarter was struck without a mint mark. The design, however, stayed the same. The obverse still featured George Washington, originally sculpted by John Flanagan in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. And the reverse continued to showcase the American eagle with wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath. Oh, while the 1965 Liberty Quarter may look similar to the silver coins that came before it, it's actually a coin of transformation, symbolizing the U.S. Mint's shift from traditional silver to the modern metals we use today. The 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin you might just have lying around, but could it be worth more than face value? Let's find out. The 1977 quarter, officially known as the Washington Quarter, is one of the most commonly found coins in circulation across the United States. First minted in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this design by John Flanagan became an iconic part of American coinage. But what about the 1977 version? Let's talk about the basics. Features the profile of George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty above, In God We Trust to the left, and the year 1977 at the bottom. Shows a heraldic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing strength and peace. This quarter is made of a clad composition, copper core with a nickel coating, and was produced after silver was removed from quarters in 1965 IN 1977. The U.S. Mint produced the Liberty Quarter at *. 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint mark over 468 million coins struck. Denver Mint ***, D mint mark around 256 million coins. These were proof coins, special collector editions with a shiny, mirror-like finish, about 3.25 million produced. Because of such high mintage numbers, most 1977 quarters are considered common in circulated condition. But as always, there are exceptions. If you've got a 1977 quarter that's been used in circulation, it's likely worth 25 cents. However, condition matters a lot in coin collecting. Let's break it down. Still just face value, 25 cents. Might be worth 35 to 50 cents to collectors. Mint state, MS, ***, or uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can fetch $3 to $10 or more, depending on the mint mark and appearance. And if you have a proof coin, S mint mark, from San Francisco that's in pristine condition, it can be worth $5 to $10, especially if it's cameo or deep cameo. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Some error coins from 1977 can sell for big bucks. Here are a few you should look out for. If the coin's design is misaligned or missing part of the image, value can range from $20 to $100 plus, depending on severity. This occurs when the coin is struck twice slightly misaligned, especially on the lettering like In God We Trust or Liberty. A clear double die could sell for $50 or more. If a piece of the coin's edge is missing due to minting issues, that error could be worth $10 to $30. Always examine your coins closely. Sometimes a small detail can mean a big difference in value. So to wrap it up, most 1977 Liberty quarters you find in your pocket are worth just face value, but coins in great condition, proofs, or those with mint errors can be worth much more. Here are a few tips. Always check the mint mark. Look under the eagle on the reverse side. Today, we're diving into a very interesting coin from the United States, the 1983 Liberty Quarter Dollar. It might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but don't be fooled. This coin has a lot more going on than you think. Oh, grab your magnifying glass and stay tuned until the end, because we're going to break down the history, key features, and circulated value of this unique piece. And yes, we'll even talk about what makes some of these quarters worth hundreds of dollars. Let's start with a little bit of background. The 1983 Washington Quarter, often called the Liberty Quarter because of the bold Liberty inscription, was part of the classic Washington Quarter series that began in 1932. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic American bald eagle, wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below, a symbol of strength and peace. The 1983 quarter was minted during a transitional time. The U.S. Mint had stopped making 90% silver quarters back in 1964, and by 1983, all quarters were made with a copper-nickel clad composition. However, 1982 and 1983 were special years for another reason. The U.S. Mint did not produce uncirculated mint sets during those 2 years. Because of that, finding high-grade 1983 quarters in perfect condition is quite difficult, especially ones that have not been damaged by circulation. There were no proof quarters from San Francisco made for circulation that year. So if you see one of those, it likely came from a collector's set. Now let's talk about money, the part you've all been waiting for. In circulated condition, meaning it's been used for buying things and has normal wear, the 1983 Liberty Quarter Dollar typically has a value of 25 cents to $1, depending on how worn it is. But here's where it gets interesting. If you have a 1983 quarter that's in very fine to extremely fine condition, it could sell for $2 to $5. Not bad for a coin that could be in your pocket right now. And if you're lucky enough to find one in uncirculated or mint state condition, MS65 and above, then the value jumps up significantly. These coins can fetch $25 to $60 or more depending on demand. NMS67 condition, certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Some 1983 P quarters have sold for over $500, while the 1983 D has crossed $1,000 in some auctions. Now, let's talk about rare errors, because this is where the real treasure lies. 1983 P Spitting Eagle error asterisk. One of the most famous errors for this coin is the Spitting Eagle variety. It's a die crack that looks like the eagle on the back is spitting something from its beak. Sounds funny, right? But it's real, and collectors pay a premium for it. These can sell for $40 to $200 depending on condition. Off-center strikes asterisk asterisk, double dies, and clipped planchets are also worth watching out for. These can range from $25 to several $100s. So, how do you know if your 1983 quarter is valuable? Here's what to look for: sharp, clear details, minimal wear, no deep scratches or corrosion. Check for mint marks, P or D. Look for errors like the Spitting Eagle. Consider getting it graded by a professional if it looks pristine. So there you have it. The 1983 Liberty Quarter may seem like just another coin, but its story, especially the lack of mint sets, rare errors, and high-grade value, makes it a hidden gem for collectors. Oh, you have a 1983 quarter in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know if you've spotted a rare one. The 1984 Liberty Quarter Dollar, especially the ones found in everyday circulation. Is it just pocket change, or could it be a hidden gem? Let's find out. The 1984 Liberty Quarter Dollar, officially called the Washington Quarter, is part of the regular U.S. quarter series minted from 1932 to 1998. It features the profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse, or front side. This iconic design was created by John Flanagan, and the coin continues to be a symbol of American heritage. 1984 mint marks asterisk asterisk P, Philadelphia, D, Denver, composition asterisk asterisk, copper nickel clad, not silver, weight asterisk asterisk, 5.67 grams diameter asterisk asterisk, 24.3 millimeters. Many people ask, is the 1984 quarter made of silver? The answer is no. By 1984, silver quarters had been out of production for nearly 2 decades. All quarters from this era are copper nickel clad, meaning they have a core of copper and a layer of nickel on the outside. In 1984, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.2 billion quarters. Here's the breakdown. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, 676,545,000 coins. Denver Mint, D mark, 546,483,064 coins. These are massive numbers. That means this coin was produced in large quantities and has been widely circulated ever since. Now to the big question. What is the 1984 Liberty Quarter Dollar worth in circulation today? This is the most common outcome. These coins are very common in change and have no precious metal content. If it's in lightly circulated or XF, extra fine, condition, a collector might pay a small premium for one in better than average condition and mint state. These coins begin to show real collector value, especially with strong luster and no scratches. Now we're talking. Keep your eyes peeled for mint errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets. These rare variations are in high demand. Error coins from 1984 that have been spotted in circulation include doubling in the word Liberty, or In God We Trust, a noticeable misalignment of the design where part of the coin is missing due to minting error. If you spot anything unusual on your 1984 quarter, don't spend it. Get it evaluated by a professional or listed on auction sites like eBay, where collectors are always looking. Here are a few tips if you're collecting or selling 1984 quarters. Always check for mint marks. No mark equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. Look under good lighting for signs of doubling. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect small details. Clean coins may lose value. Avoid cleaning them. Store better condition coins in protective holders or flip. So, is the 1984 Liberty Quarter Dollar worth keeping? If it's just a worn-out coin from your pocket, it's only worth 25 cents. But if you come across a high-grade or error version, it could be worth far more. If you love learning about coins like this one, hit that like button, subscribe to, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Got a coin you want us to review next? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story. What's in your pocket?